definitely goes without saying that we're all being affected by the coronavirus and COVID-19. You know, Brad and I and S&L Capital Group is not immune to that, nor is the real estate market, or clearly just about any market. So we wish you all well in dealing with what is this new normal now for the foreseeable future. And we wanted to just give you some honest feedback about the conversations that we've been having with our investor base, as well as the clients that we work with on a regular basis, to just kind of give you an idea of where our mindset is and everything like that. This is not a video about predicting where the market will be or what effect this is going to have on the market. I don't think anybody really knows that, and it would be irresponsible for us to suggest that we do. But we have received calls from potential clients and clients who are in escrow to close on a purchase, and their lender has let them know that they're no longer lending at this point in time. They're kind of taking a wait and see approach. So the first question is, are you guys open for business and lending money? Well, Brad's had an opportunity to talk to a majority of our investor base, and the answer to that question is yes. Majority of our investors have kind of reached out to us and said, hey, listen, we want to kind of keep this going. Obviously, there will be some adjustments and tweaks to loan to value or our approach in kind of assessing value of a property in the short term with the uncertainty that we have before us. But we are in a position here to fund your transactions, fund your purchases, your refinances, to get some equity out, and we are open for business. So that answers the first question. The second side of it is working with some clients and the client base to see where their minds are at. And I've heard from people who are in a wait and see approach, who have canceled escrow on purchases to kind of see where the whole market kind of falls out or ramps up here in the next 3 to 6 months. And I've seen and talked to people who are really actively looking for deals because they see this as an opportunity to find some really good buying opportunities. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer at this point in time. I wouldn't even be qualified to tell you whether or not it is. So what I can do is give you a little bit of advice if you are looking to buy. One is price in the risk of the market. The uncertainty usually leads to a larger amount of risk, and in a traditional investment standpoint, more risk should result in more reward. It gives you a little bit more of a variance to be able to price in that risk. So whether you're planning on longer timelines when you're fixing and flipping a property because of just logistics, right? You're talking about dealing with cities and counties for permitting processes. Those are going to take longer. Maybe selling a property will take longer. Maybe the renovation budget will be a little bit larger because you got to find crews that are specifically working at any given time. So price that into your offer and make sure you're taking that into account, at least on the front end, and be cautious about that. Number two, we have executive orders from the governor saying that we have a stay on evictions and the foreclosure process. We have mortgage companies that are deferring payments. You have a lot of relief coming into the market, which is going to be well needed for just about everybody, right? So I wouldn't necessarily be too excited about buying a property with a tenant in place. It's very difficult to vet that whole process out. And for better or for worse, there are a lot of people that are going to need relief. But unfortunately, with that comes people who might want to take advantage of that relief as well that may not necessarily need it. So any stretch of the imagination by any which way you can, if you're buying a property as a short-term investment to fix and flip, try to do everything you can to buy that property subject to it being vacant at closing and you're not inheriting any tenants. Really can't stress that enough. And then number three, and just maybe a little bit of a reassurance, if you're planning on sitting on the sideline and that's your decision right now, don't let anybody make you feel bad about that. That is perfectly in your right. This is an uncertain time, really unprecedented with some of the things that we need to do as a country to try and hone in on what's going on. It is perfectly okay to take a wait and see approach. Information is coming out what seems like hourly or at least daily for us to get updates. So a couple weeks here and there to kind of get your bearings straight is really something that is okay if that's what you want to do. If you want to talk, give us a call. We definitely are available to bounce ideas off of. I find it very therapeutic to know that we're all going through this together, and I know we'll come out of it stronger than we were before. If you have any questions about funding, if you have any questions about what we're seeing on our side, this is a very fluid situation. So things have been changing for us as well, what seems to be daily. But again, we wish you nothing but the best health. Keep your loved ones close. And thank you to our first responders. But, we're going to get through this together and we'll be strong on the other side. Thank you.